I'm Juan Torres.
Martin Cruz, Gary Al.
And I'm Atif Bani, and we are the Caprock Winery Group. Today, we'll be going over common safety practices at a winery.
While using the workbench, it is vital that you keep the area both clean and free of hazards. Here, we see a worker weighing out some chemicals during a routine shift. Do note that he's wearing gloves as recommended and zeroing out the scale before measuring any chemicals. Unfortunately, he spills his measuring cup at the bench and forgets about it. This is bad practice and can leave potential hazards for the next person. Now let's look at a better example. Now in this example, while the worker does make a spill, he notices it and promptly cleans it. In the case of any residue left on the floor, it must be also mopped as well. If wine has been spilled on the floor, it is important to hose it down to avoid leaving stains and residue on the floor. This can leave a wet surface that others can slip on. Look here comes a potential victim. Now let's see what we're supposed to do. After spraying down the area, make sure to squeegee out all the liquid into a nearby drain. When you're done, put down a wet caution sign to alert any would-be victims. Now that wasn't so hard. It's everybody's responsibility to ensure a clear path free of debris for both people and equipment. If you see something on the ground, pick it up and put it where it should be.
It's a necessity to understand the SDS sheet before handling them, no matter if you're the chemical engineer that's dealing with the process, a person that's simply disposing of the chemicals, a firefighter that's needing to protect the plant, or simply a person that lives close to the environment. The SDS sheet allows you to understand the chemical as a whole and will provide the information you need for your safety. For example, before handling caustic and hydrogen peroxide as an engineer, it is essential to look at the SDS to understand each of the chemicals, their hazard identification, first aid measures, handling and storage, PPE, and much more. The links to the SDS sheets for both of the chemicals are attached below.
This is the first page of the SDS, which is better known as the safety data sheet. The first page contains section 1, which is the chemical product and the company identification. This comes in handy when you want to confirm which chemical you're dealing with or want to contact the company to find out more information or make a new purchase order. This section is for hazard identification, for the user to understand the physical traits of the chemical, the hazards, and the precautionary measures that need to be taken. Section 4 is one of the most important sections if you get in contact with the chemical. This section explains everything that needs to be done if you come in contact in any way, including inhalation, skin contact, eye contact, or ingestion. This section allows the user to understand how to safely handle and store this specific chemical, including its incompatibilities. The PPE section, better known as the Personal Protective Equipment section, allows the user to understand exactly what to be wearing in order to minimize contact with the chemical while using it at the workplace. Lastly, the transportation information is a necessity if your facility is bringing in or shipping out this chemical. So not only does the sender and receiver know what's in the container, but also the people nearby the container as it's being transported.
We deal with compressed tanks. More importantly would be to have this in safety gear with a chain, so it won't fall or move. Make sure it's off, both this, the valve, safety valves, and the pressure valves. If you don't have anything to transport, you can use a ladder. Now, in most facilities, they use a 3x4 body part rule, where you have to have 3 body parts touching the ladder, like this.
When the tank is ready to be cleaned, a person will get in and scrap it. To prevent the lid to falling down to the person, we have to use this wheel to secure the lid to falling down.
Thank you.
When the motor is attached to the tank, the wine is ready to be pumped out. When the wine pumped out, make sure the lid at the top of the tank is opened to prevent the tank being collapsed. So in this certain wine, there was an accident before. A coworker pumped out the wine into the tank, but with the lid closed on the top, so that makes part of the tank collapsed.
According to the McHugh Corporation, a leading company in providing material handling machinery and equipment, and forklift accident statistics, there has been around 85 deaths per year, 34,900 serious injuries annually, and 61,800 non-serious accidents in a calendar year. This is due to operators not following safety protocol and being careless. That is why it is crucial to always have certified licensed drivers with experience. Anything can go wrong when transporting heavy material. That is why it is also important to never exceed the weight limit specified for each forklift. Always wear a seatbelt and never drive distracted. When turning corners, always honk to alert others that you are driving by. When going from one room to another, also honk to let others know that you're coming through to avoid any collision. For forklift safety, there are 3 important things you need to do. Number 1 is to put the forks down. Second, put the emergency brakes on. It's on so it won't move. Now turn it off and you're good to go.
Here at Caprock Winery, the trucks pull in with the gondolas. Once the gondolas are in place, the pulley system lifts them up and slowly tilts it up where the berries drop into the auger. Once the berries are in the auger, we can turn the hopper on and they'll auger up the grapes up into the compressors. Before we turn them on, we have to say clear, just in case if anybody's distracted and has a limb inside, we do not want it to be crushed. To turn it on, we say clear!
Safety is an essential tool that will follow you throughout your entire life, whether you're in school, working in a lab, or in the real world when you're working at a refinery, winery, or a chemical plant. Safety is a tool that makes the best engineers.
Thanks for watching our video and be safe.